Hey, I'm Ashley from Safe Haven the City, one of the co-producers of Go the Distance. I love to create opportunities for connections and people to get to know each other and give back to their community. And because of that, Ashantis and I founded Inclusive Collective, which is all about creating space for creatives from different backgrounds and creating opportunities for small businesses and people to really grow in and how we can support them in creating that space. And we thought it'd be really funny to do this dating show, and here we are a few weeks later in quarantine doing this show. So we're super excited to introduce that to you, and let's see where it goes.
Hi, I'm Ashantis Jones of I Am Ashantis, and my brand is focused on health and wellness and meeting you where you are right now. And I primarily do that through physical fitness and whatever body you're coming in with, and through therapy as well. And the Inclusive Collective, as Ashley said, was something that I've been thinking about for a while. It feels like we need this space here in Chicago, and I'm glad that it's finally coming into fruition, even though 2020 isn't exactly as we expected.
So, without further ado, let's meet your contestants.
We just have to believe it, that we can make the sun come out. Let us lose ourselves in a fairy tale. Who can say what's wrong or right? We're the only ones who can decide.
Without further ado, let's meet the first two going on their date.
Let's hope I'm not the only one drinking. Hi, my name is Alli. I'm 24 years old and I live in Chicago, Illinois. I'm an actor and a comedian. And I'm also the co-creator of a web series. It's a comedy series called I Hate You Too. It's about millennial artists just trying to find themselves in these crazy, crazy times. It seems kind of poignant now. I think you should watch it. I think it's so important to talk about dating in your 20s. There's a weird stigma behind it, and I'm so sick of that because I just think it's a great way to learn about yourself and learn about what you want in partners and learn about people and culture. Cheers to all my future dates.
Hi, my name is Keira. I live in Chicago and I am an actor slash writer slash filmmaker. Excited to try this experiment because I have been single for a very long time, since high school, honestly. And I have been on pretty much every dating app. I've tried them all, and while I've met some cool people, I haven't really found anybody that I connect with. So part of me started to think that maybe I'm just bad at picking them. Maybe I'll learn something about myself. And if anything, I'll just get to meet and interact with people who are not my roommate, which I love my roommate, but she's the only human that I have seen in the last few days. So, what up, quarantine? I'm ready to try anything. So.
Our first date on Go the Distance is Keira and Alli. Let's see if it's a love connection.
Hi.
Hi, Alli, I'm Keira.
Hi, Keira. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm in the closet at my parents' house.
Not back in there.
It's like high school, bro. We've been good at staying in, I think, except for my dad. I'm having such a hard time keeping my dad in the house.
What's he trying to escape to do?
He'll be like, oh my god, we ran out of Oreos. I need to go get Oreos. I'm like, you actually don't need to go get Oreos. You just want to get Oreos.
Yeah.
You don't remember that there's a pandemic happening. I wanted to comment on your makeup and your ensemble, your favorite outfit, which I would not say that this is my favorite outfit, but I brought sweatpants and nothing else to my parents' house.
I was gonna say your glasses are very cute. Oh, thank you on the makeup. I was just I've been looking like a gremlin the last week because there's been no need to not look like a gremlin. Was if I put makeup on, I probably won't go back to sleep. So twofold. I put it on for you, but also for myself, so that I don't just crawl back into my bed.
What's been your favorite quarantine activity lately?
So I don't know if you've been seeing on everyone's Instagram stories. It's been very dumb. Everyone just doing push-ups and I got real bored. Just so much weirdness and anxiety with this climate. And so I started this 3-sentence monologue challenge where any of my actor friends could say they wanted to play, and I would have to like write them a 3-sentence monologue like off the top of my head. And so I just figured a couple of my friends would be like, cool, I'll do it. And at this point, it's like over 60 people that have done it.
That's so fun, though. That's such a good idea.
While Keira and Alli connect, let's meet our other two that are about to go on a date right now.
Hi, my name is Sandy. I'm 34. I'm from Chicago, and I'm a tax accountant, and I also perform stand-up. I'm really excited to be a part of Go the Distance. I also heard that Love is Blind is casting in Chicago, but not quite ready for the world to see me ugly cry. I love the idea of creating connections with new people and pants being optional. So really excited. I also think it'll be really cool to like create something to like look forward to, and maybe we can trade like pantry recipes or something. So in this quarantine time, I think it'll be a really fun project and a really fun adventure. So looking forward to meeting everyone.
Hi, my name is Cameron. I'm 31 years old and I live in Chicago, Illinois. I work full-time in information technology, but it's a little bit soul-crushing. So in my free time, I enjoy pursuing stand-up comedy, improv comedy, and sketch comedy. I guess I could have just said comedy once. That's okay. I'm gonna keep going. I like to read. I like to write. I really enjoy writing. I really like science fiction. Occasionally I play video games. It's gotten a lot more since I've been stuck at home, I will admit. I've never really done this kind of virtual dating before. And we're kind of all going through the same experience at the same time, so thought we should just make the best of it.
Sandy and Cameron share a lot of interest. Will they find romantic interest on their date? Let's find out.
How are you doing?
Good. I like your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt. I have one.
Yes!
I wouldn't call it my favorite outfit, but I considered it.
Yeah, what did you
now
do?
I feel a little formal. Maybe I'll lose the suit jacket. I don't know.
I'm like, I have
wore
a
this-
skirt on underneath, but I was like, it's not like you can really see it.
Right.
Oh.
I just wore this because I did I had a photo taken while I was wearing it. I wore this to I.O. to do a show there one time, and I did a monologue.
Oh, cool.
And I wore that, and then I had my photos taken, and I was like, I look pretty good in that. So
Hey.
what made you want to do this?
Actually, Ashley, I met through Instagram, and she was like, hey, do you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, this sounds really cool. Something like fun and like interesting to like look forward to.
Yeah, I met Ashley at Trader Todd's, actually.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I was doing karaoke, and then we happened to have a few mutual friends and like some of the same interests and stuff. You know, I do comedy and stuff, so that's kind of my thing.
Cool. What do you do for comedy? Do you do improv?
Yeah, mainly improv, some sketch, and then I've done some stand-up as well. I've been trying to get into that. I don't know. I don't really like doing open mics though. I feel
I do stand up.
You do stand up?
Yeah, I do stand up. I'm like a little bummed because like the festival in Milwaukee just got canceled, and I was like really excited to like be a part of it. And then, well, they didn't officially announce that it's gonna be canceled, but it's like May 7th. So
okay, yeah, I'm sure that's not happening.
What song did you sing at Trader Todd's? I have to ask.
It's actually, I did Crocodile Rock by Elton John, but I did the lyrics of Chop Suey by System of a Down.
Okay. So then they were like, how come you're not singing the original song? I want to hear the original song. I'm gonna try to
Elton John, and then I did, wake up! And she's like, what are you doing? No,
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I have like a similar thing. I like to go to like a packed karaoke place and sing very sad songs.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you guys are having a good time, well, we're gonna cry now. It's only sad songs. One of my favorites is John Legend, Ordinary People. So like, it'll be, what?
I did Hurt by Johnny Cash one time. It brought the whole room down.
Yeah. I love it too because usually it's like very hyped up and, and I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna make you cry. Like we're gonna get into that make you feel my love. And that one's one of my favorites too. So,
I don't know if I know that one. Do you want to do it right now for me?
oh,
I'm just kidding.
I'm like the pitch starts at like, oh, where's that?
Oh my God, are you actually gonna do it?
I'm like,
Mid props.
Like, when the wind is blowing in your face. Okay, that's it. I don't know the rest.
Hey, that's better than I thought I was gonna get. So I appreciate that you actually did it. Wow.
Yeah, I showed up. I did it. Here we go.
While Sandy and Cameron keep the laughs coming, we have two more that are looking for love.
My name is Olivia. I am a queer 26-year-old. I live in Chicago. Been here for 6 years. I work in ed tech and I work at a company called Red Shelf doing account management. I am also going to be studying grad school in the fall part-time for library science and information science, hoping to stay in the education/literacy world. Love reading, love learning. My number one top strength finder skill, whatever, is learning. So it says a lot about me. I'm interested in this experiment to see what dating looks like during quarantine. I'm excited to watch it as a show, like kind of progress. And this just feels like a fun way to be a part of something while being like very socially distanced. So I'm super excited.
My name is Leo Alfasi and I'm 25 years old. I was born and raised in Chicago and I currently work with my dad. We have a family business that builds commercial and residential technology integration systems, essentially very high-end luxury smart homes. It's pretty cool, and I live downtown and play music in my spare time.
It's time for these two to have their first date.
For work, I should be able to like do this, but I could not figure out how to like click into the invite on my laptop. I am so sorry.
Well, you got it. You made it.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah. How you doing? Wow, this is cool.
This is, yeah, I'm doing well. My name's Olivia, and yours is?
Leor.
Leor. Nice to meet you.
Are you surviving your isolation?
I am, yes, working from home. My apartment is starting to feel a little bit smaller than it normally does, which is, I think, to be expected. What about yourself?
Yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, our business is related to construction, so we're totally, shut down.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah. So we're totally shut down. And my dad got back from Europe about a week and a half ago, so we're in like a legit quarantine, like have not left the house because I was with him, so we're both quarantined for 3 weeks, like nice. Legitimately.
That's amazing.
So yeah, it's good. It's crazy. I don't even know what to make of it.
Do you like open the window to like peek out and get fresh air?
I do. Yesterday I stood on my balcony, kind of just like this for a minute. But you gotta admit, it's a pretty cool view.
Is that Streeterville?
That is. This is State Street with no cars. Can you believe it?
Amazing.
Yep, there's no cars.
Not a bad balcony.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
I have trash cans.
Beautiful. It's got character.
Okay, so you mentioned art. Do you mean like music artist or like?
Yeah. So I'd like to say that I do more, but I actually have to go do it. I'm a musician.
Okay.
So I love playing music. I've always played in bands. And I love to write, and so I've been thinking about ways to actually do something with that of late.
Yeah.
Besides write lots of essays, which I've become too accustomed to, and reports and things like that.
Sure.
So yeah, that's the kind of art that I do. But I don't know. I feel like it's a way of thinking as well. So I'm trying to keep that. What about you?
Art is also a way of thinking and interacting with the world. And so I kind of consider myself an artist in just like
how I think about the world, but not so much like I don't have like a medium. Unless you count cooking, then that would be like an artistic medium.
Definitely, I count cooking.
Yeah.
What do you think's the difference between the artistic approach to life and not?
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know. I think it's a way to value. It's a way of valuing. It's a value system. Oof. Whew. Seeing the world through an artistic lens is a value system where you value creativity, rest, growth, reframing concepts, taking into other people's thoughts into consideration, versus like a machine that you go through.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think the way that I think about it, at least, is when you're producing a product, it has a goal. The goal is usually profit, and you tend to love the products based on the profit that they generate. But I don't think like Bob Dylan loves his songs that didn't get famous any less than the ones that did. They all meant something intrinsically. They had value just because they were created, so I like to think that I'll live my life thinking about value in that way. I think it gets hard, depending. What do you do for a living? I don't know. I think that also frames the way you live.
Totally. Well, and I will just say, like, being in quarantine, now I have, even less excuse to do artistic things. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's still so much discipline to get it done.
I know. Uh-oh. It says my internet is unstable.
Nice.
That's the digital version of like a hiccup on a date. You know what I mean? Your connection is unstable. Anyway, when the quarantine's over, what's the first thing you're gonna do? What's the thing you miss most?
I'm just gonna run straight to the lake and like jump in it.
Awesome, very decisive.
And then I'm gonna go to a bar. It literally does not matter what bar it is, just a bar. And I want to order a draft beer.
Yep, love it.
Yeah. What about you?
On Friday nights, me and all my friends do a massive dinner every week.
Cute.
That's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Yes. Cute.
And then we'll probably all get drunk and jump in the lake. So I've had a great time talking to you.
Yeah, me too. It's so great to meet you.
Yeah.
Enjoy your week left of quarantine. I hope you get to go out on your balcony again.
I'm looking forward to it, and I'll look for you at the lake when I'm jumping in. So.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.
Our contestants have wrapped up their dates. Let's check in and see how they feel about their potential match.
So cool. We have so much in common. We are both actors. We both have a web series. And I think we'd really get along. I hope she meets some other people she likes too. This is fun. This is exciting.
So I just had my first date with Alli. She was really fun. She's cute. We have a lot in common. Even the things that we're pursuing are very similar. A lot of the acting and artistic experiences that we've had are very similar. I would definitely I would go on another date with her again. Hang out is not quite the right term in this circumstance. I can't tell whether it's more of like a friend, like we'll just get along and like hang out vibe, or whether it's a datey vibe yet, but definitely interested in talking to her again.
I just finished my Zoom date with Cameron. He's from Chicago, and it was really cool. It was my first Zoom date. We actually got cut a little short because I was not really keeping track of the time very well. But it was really nice because there wasn't really like a lull or any like awkward conversation. I thought he was really easy to talk to, and like we have a lot of interests in common. We both really enjoy comedy. We both really like karaoke, and it was really nice to just like connect with someone who's also experiencing this really weird, interesting time. So yeah, I thought he was really sweet, really intelligent, and really fun. I would definitely be interested in like meeting up or hanging out.
So I just talked to Sandy. She was very easy to talk to, very fun, very funny. I really had a great time talking to her, and I'd love to talk to her again.
Leo was great at asking questions. It was very much like a 20Q style fast round question asking. And I also dislike small talk, which I really should have like considered before. Like, I really hate small talk. So I was trying to ask more in-depth questions, and he answered the question, but then I didn't get to answer the question that I had asked. So that was a little bit of a bummer. I'm gonna say, well, I don't think we clicked. Yeah.
So Olivia, I enjoyed talking to her. I thought she was sweet and friendly, and she definitely seemed like a kind person. I'm definitely willing to see her again, but I didn't feel like there was a 100% connection. I don't know. I think I'd like to just get to know her in a social situation and, you know, see if it's a good fit.
Now, I don't know about you, but I definitely have thoughts. So let's see what our producers are thinking.
Listen, that is dating, so it's an accurate representation. I'm sorry, some of these dates are not fireworks, but
no, they're not.
I mean, to be honest, I probably wouldn't say anything different. I know no one's gonna like that, but I'm gonna be honest, and that was me being honest. Cameron and Sandy were talking about a comedian that I actually grew up listening to, Brian Regan. So that was really interesting to hear them kind of unpack it, because Cameron was talking about clean comedy and Sandy was like, that's really hard. And they were definitely connecting on that, which was cool. It was interesting to see how it progressed. And then when I gave them their little 5-minute warning, they were like, oh, wait, we didn't even talk about the theme. We didn't even get through like quick favorites really fast. And Cameron was like, asked Sandy very intentionally. So then Sandy kind of unpacked hers. And as Cameron was saying, my favorite book is, time ran out. And it was just like, bloop. And even as Sandy's unpacking the reaction later on, she was like, yeah, we weren't very mindful of time. So Cameron got cut off. It was quite the cliffhanger, which was really funny. But I was like, that's your bad. I gave you 5 minutes. So
God. You were doing a great job, sweetie.
Wait, you're doing a great job, sweetie.
Private angle. I feel like Keira and Alli didn't keep on theme that much. At the same time, I feel like they did still get to know each other very well, so that was important.
Both Olivia and Lou definitely had their own questions they were coming into the date with, so that was really interesting. Even Lior at one point was like, you have some very interesting questions and I can see you're still thinking of them. And Olivia was like, yes, I have a long list.
Well,
I mean, y'all.
Right, it makes sense because although we give them themes in order to sort of jumpstart the conversation, at the end of the day, it's still their dates. And whatever you would normally ask on a first date, you should still probably kind of get out of the way with this one, because if there is any chance that there will be another date, then you want to know that you got whatever your basic 5 questions, whatever it is, answered from the get-go, versus it's your third date and you're finally getting your first date questions because of a theme.
Right. Yes. I will say one of the things that I was curious what it was going to look like due to quarantine dating is how soon people hit those questions, just because we're also so hungry for human interaction. But now that we're in here and we're going, okay, it's going to be a little bit, how can we continue and get to know people? It's good to have those questions. It's definitely a balancing act of how soon do I ask these questions? And also, how do I not make it sound like an interview? Because we really can like just rattle off those questions.
Well, especially in the video format, I think it's very easy to make it more interview oriented than it is a date, because you can't see everyone's body language. Yeah. it gives you an idea, but it's a taste. It's not a full course meal. So I think that definitely played a role in how some of the dates went, specifically the technology piece. Technology, it makes this shit a little bit more difficult than you think.
I mean, listen, we wouldn't be able to do this show if it weren't for technology.
Without our sponsor, Zoom.
Thanks, Zoom. Always there for you.
Zoom University. Coming to my computer this evening.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in Saturday night for the next episode.